When I realized we needed to do an election special about bridging the polarization gap, I knew exactly who to go to for the pour. Mike Hirby and Schatzi Throckmorton not only own and operate the acclaimed Relic wine cellars in Napa Valley, they're also married. They sat down with me to discuss their Supermoon Chardonnay and winemaking in 2020.
We're honored to be here and really happy that everyone's drinking Relic. You are drinking Supermoon Chardonnay, and this is the inaugural vintage for us, 2018. And it's a new vineyard that we're working with in Sonoma County. It's a very cool coastal climate vineyard planted to some of the best selections of Chardonnay that we have available to us, Robert Young and Old Wenty. And it really is emblematic of what we do, which is we make wines the old way, hence our name Relic. We try to make wines as naturally as we can using spontaneous fermentations, native yeast, and that kind of thing. We let the vineyard site and the raw materials kind of guide the process and remain open and creative. And then if everything goes well, as it did in this case, we can go into bottle unfiltered and let it naturally clarify itself. And then hopefully it speaks for itself.
We make Chardonnay and Pinot from the Sonoma coast, and then we make Cabernet and heritage varietals from Napa. So everything from Orvedura, Carignan, Charbonneau, Grenache.
You are a husband and wife team. And this is an episode about how to get along.
What, we met 20 years ago?
Yeah, about 20 years ago.
About 20 years ago. We were working together.
We were the only two employees at a small family-owned winery, and Schatzi was the assistant general manager, and I was the assistant winemaker. And so we were essentially road tested. I mean, we have the same roles today, with our own winery that we did there.
How do you guys choose your vineyard that you buy from?
Oh gosh, we've now been doing this long enough, 20 years. And so we've just made incredible relationships with all these different growers, but we come across vineyards in all these different ways. Sometimes it's a friend of a friend, someone that they know has fruit available and they reach out to us about it.
This vineyard is called H. Klopp. So if you'd like this style of kind of vibrant Chardonnay with a little bit more vivacity, a little more acid than you typically find in California Chard, you can seek out that vineyard. I think the other winemakers are doing a great job as well.
Do you want to talk about the 2020 harvest?
The 2020 has been extremely challenging harvest. We had a really strange weather system roll in mid-August, which lit 500 fires around the state. It was like a warm, humid kind of lightning thing, which is extremely rare in California. And so we had smoke at the beginning of harvest. Fire season is typically an early October and on sort of thing if it doesn't start raining. So to have that happen in beginning of August was really, really difficult, created a lot of problems. We had a lot of fruit that we weren't able to harvest due to smoke damage. We actually only harvested about 20% of our expected tonnage for the year. Then there were more fires later, and then power shutoffs as well. We just got our power turned back on at the winery last night. It was out for 3 more days due to major wind events.
We did make Chardonnay this year, so that's something.
There are going to be some wines made, and if you see 2020s on the market and whites, by and large, I think we're spared. They were almost ripe when the fires started. Our Supermoon Chardonnay in 2020 looks and tastes really good right now. So fingers crossed, we'll be able to bottle it in 10 months.
To get your own bottle of Supermoon Chardonnay or any of the other Relic wines, go to their website, www.relicwines.com.